Tonight, we'll take you to a stunning wilderness called Madidi. It's in the Bolivian Amazon of South America, and we went there in search of a rare treasure. Not diamonds or gold, but a new primate. It's a story of a remarkable discovery of a new species of monkey that had never been seen before. It's a place like no other on Earth, where the Andes meet the Amazon and icy peaks plunge straight down to steamy jungles.
Imagine a place that starts with that kind of landscape and goes all the way down to lush tropical forest.
This spectacular Bolivian wilderness is Rob Wallace's outdoor laboratory. And it's here, after a decade of grueling travel and exploration for New York's Wildlife Conservation Society, that this British biologist has discovered something most scientists can only dream of.
Finding a new species is always a big deal. Finding a new species of mammal which many people find more inspirational, is a big deal. And finding a new species of monkey is a huge deal.
We asked Wallace to lead us to the monkeys on a trip that quickly turned into a remarkable adventure.
Hoopla!
Dropping through 5 different climate zones, we spotted some of the most amazing animals on Earth, like the world's biggest flying creature, with a 10-foot wingspan.
That was an Andean condor, a huge, much bigger than I can make with my hands, much bigger.
Our final destination was the largely unexplored national park called Madidi.
Just in the distance there on that third ridge, those are the cloud forests of Madidi National Park.
From here, and for more than 100 miles further on, only wild rivers cut through Madidi's jungles and gorges.
It's just completely empty.
Yeah.
I feel like we're the only people on Earth here.
But it's not the scenery that makes Madidi so extraordinary. Although it's only the size of New Jersey, Wallace believes that in terms of animal life, Madidi may be the richest place on Earth.
What sort of wildlife are there in these ridges here?
It's a really good place to see otters and tapir, caiman, which are South American crocodiles, and capybara, which are large rodents. They're the largest rodent in the world.
Look at that. It's kind of cute.
Madidi is the most biologically diverse park in the world. If we think about birds, we estimate that maybe eventually there'll be 1,100 species of birds actually in the park. And that's more species than there are in the whole of North America, for example.
In the whole of North America?
Yeah. So that makes Madidi very special.
As we push even further into the wilderness, the river gets dangerously shallow.
We might have to get out and push a bit.
Get out and push?
Yeah.
Ladies as well?
No.
The Bolivian park rangers try their best to sound out the hidden dangers, but they can't avoid every obstacle.
Yeah.
Oh, we hit the bottom.
Here we go, we gotta push the boat.
Hours of weaving up the Tweetchee River finally gets us to the wilderness trail that we've been looking for.
So this is where we say goodbye to the Tweetchee.
Yep. And begin the trek.
And begin the trek.
Hoopla! There we go.
Ahead lay miles of almost impenetrable jungle.
It is water and mud and disgusting.
And just the way the wild pigs like it. A loud clicking sound is our first clue they may be in the area.
That's them clicking their jaws, which is like a warning sign. So they know something's up there beginning to smell us. The noises that we hear, the sort of clacking of the jaws, comes from breaking these tough nuts, palm nuts, because they've got great big teeth.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen herds of 250, 300 animals.
Can we get stampeded?
Theoretically, yeah.
Not only is it theoretically possible to be stampeded, but that's exactly what happened.
As everyone always says, you have to look for a tree to climb.
Yeah.
But so far we've always been okay.
Our Hours later, we finally stumble into Wallace's research station, near where he found the new monkey.
Oh, we made it.
But we make it just ahead of a tropical downpour that threatens to spoil our attempt to confirm his discovery.
After 3.5 hours on the river and a grueling 4.5-hour trek by foot, we got up at the crack of dawn this morning to start searching for the new monkey. But so far, the rain has stopped us. We are, after all, in a rainforest.
The deluge stopped by the afternoon and we were able to start our search in a place where humans are the exotic species.
Have there been times when you thought that actually it's just too hard?
No. No. I mean, you know, yeah, there are risks. There are things in the forest that you're not going to see in Manhattan, but there are things in Manhattan that you're not going to see in the forest either.
When do you learn to stop looking at your feet and actually look around?
Well, it takes a while because there's all sorts of, you know, hazards. But after a while, you get used to it, and then you can be paying attention more about what's going on around you.
And there's so much around us, including anteaters high up in the trees.
I've no idea what I'm looking for.
It's an anteater.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Wow, look at that.
It's the medium-sized anteater.
What do they eat, leaves?
Ants.
Oh.
That's the name.
Oh, look.
On the canopy above, there are capuchin monkeys racing across the branches and a troop of squirrel monkeys also feasting on ants. But all these monkeys are already known to science. We've come to find the one that Wallace discovered and that the world has never seen before.
These monkeys are characterized by having small territories, and they're territorial. So they call every morning, duetting as a pair to defend their territory. So what we're hoping is if we play a cassette that we recorded from another group, that they'll respond and then we can figure out where they are because they're really secretive.
Okay.
Okay?
But all we hear is the tape.
They're laughing at us. Nada, huh?
We've got plenty of time. We just have to keep looking for them.
So we push on in search of our elusive quarry.
Are you sure you discovered a new species?
They were here last time.
At long last, the monkeys answer back. It was our first sighting of the new species, and it wasn't disappointing.
There he is. Two of them.
What we saw was a cuddly ball of red and gold fur.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah. So this is a monogamous pair that are duetting now in response to
Our music.
Our music, and that's set off another pair over here.
Among the things that makes this new monkey unique is that they mate for life, and it's the males that carry around and shelter their young.
So they're good dads, are they good husbands?
Yeah, well, I think so, yeah. Sometimes you can see them entwining their tails, and when they duet, they're sat right next to each other.
So they're very close and affectionate.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really remarkable. They are very good looking.
They're beautiful little
Yeah.
monkeys. You know, they're a bit like a teddy bear kind of thing.
And you're sure that this is a new species?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why?
The main characteristic is this golden crown colour.
That colour was Wallace's first clue that he was looking at a new species, a conclusion that's now supported by a scientific peer review. The only thing missing is a name for the new monkey.
How important is this new monkey to the broad piece of science?
Any new discovery has potential, and it's important that we know what animals are existing, what plants are existing in these places, so that we can make sure that they're conserved for future generations.
It's not every day that a bloke discovers a new species, for heaven's sake.
No. I actually am a primatologist. To find a new species of monkey, it's a dream come true.
Now, you could as the discoverer, have named it after yourself.
Not really.
No?
It's not really considered to be the done thing. You know,
Bad form?
It's bad form. We could have chosen the name. It can be a Latin description of some feature of the animals.
For instance?
Well, you know, it could be...
Crownus goldenus.
Yeah, something like that.
Monkeyus.
Yeah.
Instead, Wallace wants to do something that's never been tried before. He'll auction off the right to name this monkey to the highest bidder.
So let's say, I don't know, the CEO of Coca-Cola or Nike or something wants to bid for this name. What are people going to say? Are they going to accuse you of crass commercialism?
If I can help generate some funding, some significant funding, to make sure that Madidi works, then as far as I'm concerned, that's an easy decision for me to make.
What Madidi needs to make it work is a park management plan that'll protect its future. And that will take money. Money that Wallace hopes to raise in the auction.
So how much will it be worth to name the little monkey that was found here in Madidi? Well, Rob Wallace and the Bolivian park authorities hope that the promise of scientific immortality will bring a high price.
There are all sorts of economical and ecological reasons why protected areas are really important. But I think most importantly, these places are inspirational.
Oh my goodness. Are you going to climb up there?
I guess.
You've got to be kidding.
It's 110 feet straight up to the top of the forest canopy. We hoisted our camera up to capture the incredible view. And it's a scene that never fails to impress.
Rob, what's it like up there?
It's a great view. I can see a couple of macaws flying. The colours, fantastic.
Oh my goodness. As they descend, you can see the color. Wow! Look at that red and orange caught by the sun. Just see the whole brilliant rainbow color. Oh, look at that. That is cool.
Yeah.